Hi, I'm Stephen Hand from Archery Supplies. Today I'm here to do a review on the brand new for 2017 PSE, I'm going to say Bowmadness Epix. So it takes over from the Bowmadness 32 for 2016. So Bowmadness has always been a line for PSE, and this year they've just renamed the 32 to Epix. I don't know why, because axle to axle, so from tip to tip, it's still 32 inches. It's just a name change. I think part of it is to do with obviously naming, but it's to reintroduce the bow. So to me, this bow is still pretty much what the Bowmadness 32 was last year in 2016. Now for me, it wasn't a big selling bow, but for one of my staff, it is. This is his biggest selling bow, so that's why I wanted to do a review on it. So before I do that, I just want to run through some of the other bows as a customer walks into my shop and they look at. So the biggest selling bow I have in my shop is the PSE Stinger. This sells for about $500, cast riser, round wheels, 315 feet per second. Draw length adjustable, the PSEs are draw length adjustable by about 20 pounds in weight. So that's my biggest selling bow, $500. My second biggest selling bow is the PSE Drive. 30-inch axle-axle machined riser. It's got the hybrid cam system, so 335 feet per second. Price point on this is about 700 Australian dollars. So that goes up now to the Bowmadness, or the Epix, for 2017. Now one of my staff, Tristan, this is his biggest selling bow. And I think sales is part of how the salesman sells your product. So that's why I'm interested in this particular product. He thinks this is a really good bow in 2017. He thinks it's one of the best bows in my store out of all the bows branded. And I think when he sells that and you look at the other two highest selling bows in my shop, the Stinger is a cast riser. This is a machine riser. So this is very much like the Drive, but it's $100 more. And the reason you can justify the $100 more for the Epix is it's 2 inches longer, so it's going to be easy to shoot. It's 5 feet per second faster, so you're talking 340 feet per second. So at 340, it's approaching the fastest bows. So your fastest bows are about 350 feet per second. And yes, there's a full throttle at 370, but 350 is fast. This is 340. So in all up in bows, it's in the top percentile on speed. And at $800, it's still an affordable bow as far as compared to the other bows, which tend to be priced at the more expensive end of the spectrum. Now PSE, fantastic customer service. So if you have a problem with a PSE, it's just fixed. I have no issue with, when I say with PSE, when I sell a PSE, I have complete faith. If I have a problem, it's just fixed. So I've been dealing with PSE for, I'm going to say, 15 years. I have never had a problem with a PSE as far as they have not fixed a problem. It's fixed quick. Some customers would say it's not quick enough. I mean, I've had to have a riser remade once, and the customer had to wait, I think, 4 weeks for a riser, new serial number to match his old serial number. To me, that's fast, 4 weeks, and that's coming to Australia. It might have even been 6 weeks, but still that's fast for having a product made from scratch from the time you order it, to have the riser machined, painted, and all the process it goes through. To me, it's still fast. With other companies, I'm waiting 3 months for shipping on a product which is in stock. So for me, PSE's customer service is not even close to anyone else. They're far, far superior. Now, the limbs on the PSE Bowmadness is the same on all the PSE bows. These are compression limbs, they're Gordon glass limbs. So it's even the same limb as the Stinger or the Drive and the Bowmadness. Even on the top of the line, like the Expression, it's the same limb. So there's really no difference on that. The cam system on the Bowmadness Epix is a hybrid cam system, and the top here is a round circle. So you've got no tuning issues. On the bows like the Hoyt hybrid cam system, this actually has a module up here and it's not round, and it's basically shaped like a cam. Now in that scenario, these bows have to be timed so they hit at the same point. Because this is a round circle, it does not. So down the bottom is a different cam. So you have a yoke at the top, and then there's no yoke at the bottom. So this is a hybrid cam. It has draw length adjustments down here, A being the longest, right down to the letter, I think it's M, down the bottom. Each one of those letters is 1/2 inch, A being the longest. Now the draw length is adjustable on this from 24 to 30 inches, and poundage is 43 to 60 pounds in this particular model, so 17 pounds worth of adjustment. The limb bolts can be wound out 11 turns. Now if you wind these limb bolts out further, you will strip the threads. So in the last month, I've had, I'm going to say 2 people strip their limb threads, not on this particular bow, but another bow, just through winding them out too far. So basically, the poundage is too heavy, they wind it out too far, they start winding it back in because they've realised they've wound it out too far, and they strip the threads. I mean, PSE put this on there for a reason, 11 turns, so it's always from maximum out. If the bow comes, wound down to, let's say, 50 pounds, and you go, I want to wind it down a bit more, check to make sure it's not past the 11 turns. So what's new? They put these little silencer things in. These are available in different colours in the PSE. This, to me, is very much a spin-off, very similar to what Hoyt did in 2016. Now, Hoyt are no longer doing it in 2017. So anyway, standard cable guard, standard cable slide. In the more expensive PSEs, this will be a flexible slide, flexible cable guard, and also a roller slide. Machine riser, 32 inches, which is pretty common. The limb pockets are a plastic. In the more expensive models, like your $1,300, these will be machined out of a single block. So all up, this is a pretty solid bow at a price point. You got multiple sight holes here for a sight, and that's because if you anchor at a different spot, basically you might need to move your sight up or down. What else? PSE has always these little markings on the riser to tell you where to set up the arrow through. So there's a line there on the riser, and there's a limb through, line through there to make sure everything's square. So what we're going to do now is we're going to set up the bow, put a sight on it, see how it shoots, shoot it through a chronograph. Like I said, my staff say this shoots really well. It comes in camo. This is the camo version. It comes in black and also comes in Skullworks. The Skullworks is that pattern there, skulls, and also comes in black. It comes from PSE in an RTS kit, which is ready to shoot, which is sights, arrow rest, stabilizer, quiver. So you need to add arrows and release aid. And I think it also comes in a field ready kit, which is bow case, arrows and release aid on top of that. So basically ready to shoot. We're going to set this up, have a few shots with it, see what it's like. I have not shot this bow before. I've shot the Bowmadness 32. My staff tell me it's better this year than the previous year, so we'll see how that goes. As I said, I haven't shot one, but it does sell very, very well. So let me put a sight on and we'll go and shoot this thing. So we're here to put the PSE Bowmadness Epix through the speed machine, through the chronograph, to see how it shoots. Now I've put a sight on it, basic 5-pin sight. I have no peep sight, just a basic D-loop and basic whisker biscuit. Now I shot it inside. It's the first time I've ever shot this bow, and I really, really liked it. And when I was shooting it, I liked it so much, I was thinking about a time when I was in court. Short story, I'm going to cut short. But the lawyer on the other side said, why do you sell archery gear when you make so little? Because it's so time consuming, you make so little money. And I said, because I love archery and I like helping people. I like trying out new gear. This is an awesome bit of gear and I like trying it out. And you don't make a lot of money when you sell archery gear. But when I was shooting this, it's like, this felt so good. Now, I can't remember what the drive was like to shoot. I know I did a review on it, I know I really like the drive, but this cam system is, it's 60 pounds and it feels really good to draw back. I don't really notice the valley when I draw it back, and I don't notice the draw stop. It doesn't want to pull out of my hand when I shoot it. Now for the price, the bow feels very, very light. I'm going to guess it's under 4 pounds. It's 32¼ inch. And the axle felt really good. Now, I've actually sold my hunting bows. I sold my Decree to a customer, and I sold my Chill to another customer from Melbourne. So I'm looking to get another one. Now this bow that I've just shot, and we're going to shoot inside in a sec, this feels awesome. And I originally started this by saying one of my sales guys, Tristan, thinks this is one of the best bows in the shop. Now, I hadn't shot it, I just went, this is really, really good. So I'm just going to explain the draw process of the bow. So it's set on 60 pounds. It is the same cam system as the drive and a lot of the other PSEs. So it should feel pretty much the same. Now, I know I really like the Beast as well, the PSE Beast. I like the cam system on that. It's got big cams, nice and easy to draw. Now, these cams have roller bearings, which you can see in the wheels. So it's a good quality cam system. The problem with the Beast was it was fairly heavy for a hunting bow. This is nice and light. Probably not as light as the Decree, but the draw cycle is easier than the Decree. It's not as fast as the Decree. The Decree was 355, this is a 340 bow, but the cam system to draw is a lot easier to hold. Same with the full throttle. The full throttle is 370 feet per second, but a lot harder bow to shoot and draw. So I'm just going to draw this back. So I draw here, smooth all the way through. I really can't notice any poundage increase as I'm drawing this back. It's just, it feels pretty solid all the way through. So I'm drawing there, peaking. I feel like I'm about to hit a valley now. I'm hitting valley now, valley, and then it stops. So I'm just going to shoot this. Very quiet. Now the speed on that was 306. Now I'm shooting, I always shoot the same arrows with every test I do. These are Velocity 400 from Gold Tip. They've got a 90 grain target point on it. They are 29 inches. Sorry, I can't remember the weight of the arrow. But basically the faster bows are shooting a little bit over 300, the slower bows are around 270. So this is definitely on the faster side of town. But the grip, so what PSE did with their grips, they made their grips wider on their target bows on the Supra and Expression. And they used to be a thin grip, very much like the Hoyt. Hoyt's got a very thin grip. People said with the thin grip they didn't like it because it was too thin in the hand. Now the reason they had it thin was to reduce torque. So I found it kind of amazing they went out for a really fat grip with their target bows because it kind of defeated the purpose of having a thin grip to reduce torque. But PSE had massive success with the fat grip. Stefan Hansen, I'm going to say world number one. Someone's going to say no, it's the other guy in Denmark. Mike Schlosser, but I don't know, Stefan Hansen just won last 2 tournaments. So I guess he's number one again, but he has been world number one, world champion, shoots extremely well. So this whole debate about thin versus thick grips, it's what you feel comfortable with. This grip is an in-between grip, the thickness, and to me it just feels really, really comfortable. It's not fat like the Supra, and it's not skinny like the Decree. It's just the nice in-between sort of feel. As far as other bows, I think this is as nice a grip as I've felt on a bow. Hoyt do make some nice grips, but this is really, really comfortable in the hand. So we're just going to take another shot. Just look for the recoil. There's no recoil, the bow just sits there. There's no stabilizer. It's not jumping out of my hand. I have no wrist sling. That was 302. But it's just a really comfortable bow to shoot. Really, really easy, and I know I'm repeating myself. But I think this is why my salesperson, Tristan, basically puts this through to people as a first option. Because it's a high quality bow, it means you're not going to change the bow. If you buy a PSE Stinger which is 500 and you start shooting, you're probably going to upgrade it because it's not very fast. It's not as good as this bow, so you're going to probably sell it and buy this. Now if you buy the drive, it's 30 inches axle to axle, and while it's very similar to this bow, this is going to be easy to shoot. It's only $100 extra. So I think when I'm selling bows, I'll definitely put this as one of the top bows to try out. I just love the release, the pullback, it's just, and that's a 305. So for me, I really like this bow to shoot. Now you can fit all the PSE stuff. It's got matching camo stabilizers, matching camo quivers, matching camo sights, which is really nice. So what we're going to do now is going to take this inside, shoot 18 meters with it, and see how I group with the bow. So we're in here to shoot 18 meters. Now I haven't shot it before, so I don't even know where the arrows are going to go. Now some of the things on some of the questions I get to say I'm very biased towards PSE. Now they ship quick, so I can land PSEs in my door every single week. Now I probably sound like I'm crapping on other bow manufacturers. I look at long shipping times for other bow manufacturers. So let's say you order a brand X, I could be waiting 3 months to have that bow in my store. Customers won't wait 3 months. I have heaps of these bows in stock. Now the other thing which is really good is the rotating modules. So when you go to sell this bow, or when you go to buy the bow's going to fit you. Other bows like Matthews, it's basically module adjustment. So you have to buy a new module. So let's say you get the bow and it's 28 inches and you go, oh, I want to try a little bit longer. You have to buy the longer modules for the bow. Now, if I don't have it in stock and the other shops don't have it in stock, that means you have to wait for those modules to come. Once again, you may be waiting, 2 months, 3 months. Depends on the shop. Obviously, some shops would have this stuff in stock. Me, I would have, I'm going to say $7,000 worth of Matthews modules in stock. And when people ring up for them, I probably only have 10%. 10% of the time I have the module they want, because there's so many different cams, so many different draw lengths, and they're generally phoning for a draw length or a bow that is not a regular bow. So that's why it's basically hard to do. Now with Hoyts, same thing, they have specific draw lengths. Depends on the bow, but this bow, 24 to 30 inches, it's just, if you're walk into a shop, and basically an average size bloke or lady, it's going to fit you, providing you got the right poundage. But the bow's going to fit, so it's easy. If you want to sell the bow later, or basically you can sell it to wherever you want. So the markup, when I say the markup, the loss when you sell this bow is going to be less, because it's going to suit anybody. If you've got a draw length specific bow, the next person has to get the module, so it's going to be a pain for them. So they're less reluctant to do it. So basically the price will drop a little bit. But anyway, that's why PSE is big for me, because they ship really quick. I have no issues with warranty. The product itself is rock solid. As far as, I've replaced no limbs on any Bowmadnesses. I did Bowmadness 34, 6 years old. I've done, one guy's done 2 sets of limbs. I don't know why. He's up in far Queensland. He didn't actually buy the bow from me. He has his own bow press, and he could be doing them bow press. He says he's not, but to me, I sell 2,000 PSE bows a year, and I have so little problem with them. Obviously the dry fires and the derails, but the parts come in quick. So for me, it's just easy. And the bow shoots really well. It gets back to the archer, how much you practice. And this bow, 32-inch axle, you should shoot really well with this. And let's just see how well I shoot. Now look at compare the other bows like the PSE Evolution, which is new out for 2017. Now that bow is $1,400. This is $800. This bow is lighter. You could argue the Evolution is a better draw cycle because it has higher let off and more adjustability on the let off. But to me, I really like this bow. $800, like $600 cheaper and lighter. Now I have no idea where these arrows are going, so we'll see when I get down there. They might be really bad, so I have no question this bow will shoot fine. So if they are bad, it's me. I mean, I know I've shot the drive because my cousin's got a drive, and I shot that around a field course, and I shot a perfect score with that. And this is basically the same cam system, just longer axle. So it should be easy to shoot. So, but from this distance, my arrows look terrible. So we've got to see what they look like. So. My shooting late last night at Target. I was shooting pretty average, to be honest. But I was shooting indoors 18 meters, and I was just shooting for X's. I was probably getting half my arrows in the X, which is not good on a world standard. But I persisted, and my last 6 arrows were all in the X. So I finished off with an okay score. But it's just practice. You just got to shoot. But I really like the feel of this bow. I mean, out of all bows in my shop, Bear makes some really nice bows. Slow with shipping. For me, they are. I know they're quicker in America. But this bow is just, I really like it. It's one of the nicest hunting field bows I've actually shot. So when you go and try bows, like I like the Evolution one I shot, there's no doubt about it. But now if I was looking at the Evolution, I'd definitely shoot this bow because I really, really like this bow. Now let's go down and see where those arrows are, because I thought they looked terrible, but the shots felt good. Here at the target, now my sights obviously were not set in. Now, so I can't get my hand around all 6 arrows. So that's the size of my group there. Overall, if I adjusted the sights, they'd definitely all be golds. Half of them would be 10s and half would be 9s. But that's a hunting sight, stabilizers, and I've definitely shot better than that. Now if I pull this one out, now if I pull that one arrow out, I can then get my hand, rest of the grip around that. And that's what I've shot before with other bows. So I have no question the Bowmadness Epix will shoot as well as any other bow. I like the price point. I like it better than the drive. And I think for $100 more than a drive, the 32 inches is going to be a little bit easier to shoot. It feels easier to shoot than the drive. Nothing wrong with the drive for the average shooter, but for me, who I shoot mainly field, target, I would definitely be more happy with the Epix because it just feels easier with the higher angle. To me, it's like, I agree, it's an awesome little bow. I think one of the better bows in my shop. The question is, what bow's better in my shop for field archery and 3D and that sort of stuff? And the bows that my salespeople tell me are better, they claim the Carbon Air 34 is awesome, which I haven't done a review on yet, and I haven't actually shot. And going from customers who own a whole bunch of bows, they claim they shoot really, really well with that. That's a $2,000 bow. This is an $800 bow. So overall, Bowmadness Epix, get and check it out when you're looking either for a new bow or a first time bow. I know it's probably beyond your price budget of the Stinger, which is $500, and this is $800, $300 more, but you're talking machine riser, faster, 315 versus 340, and it's a bow you're going to keep. It's a bow I would definitely buy. And before I buy my new bow for 2017 for field and 3D, I'm going to shoot a few others and do a few more bow tests and see. But that is, and at the price point, I'm pretty happy with that. I'm Stephen Hand from Archery Supplies. Enjoy your archery, shoot lots. The more you shoot, the better you shoot. And have a great day. Thank you. Bye.